What's up, everybody? Welcome to day 4 here on the Aussie Horror Theme Week. I am your host, Moodz616, and thank you once again for stopping in. Alrighty, guys, day 4 is here, and I've got one that I've wanted to revisit for a long time. This is the first film this week I've actually seen before. It's one that I've seen years and years ago, and I haven't seen it in a long time. I picked it up a while ago on DVD, specifically for this theme week, and it's one that I remember just loving back in the day, and it's from 1978, and it goes by the name of Long Weekends. Long Weekends. Alrighty, so getting into the plot of this one. It centers around your two main characters, Peter and Marcia. Right from the get-go of the film, you can tell that they're having marital issues right away. They are scrapping, and so basically what they have decided to do is they've decided to go on a camping trip to kind of rekindle things in the relationship and get that much-needed spark back in the relationship and stuff. You can tell right away that they're having a rough time and stuff. But anyways, they get all packed up, and they're making their way out to the they're trying to head to the beach. They want to go camping right on the beach and stuff like that. So anyways, they're on their way out there, and basically they stop at this gas station, to fill up some jerry cans full of gas and stuff. And it's kind of like a really quirky moment in the film where Peter mentions to the clerk that he's heading up to this this certain area. I can't remember the name of the area off the top of my head, but he's heading up there, and the clerk kind of says, where's that? And Peter goes, well, it's about 5 miles up the road. And the guy's like, well, I've never heard of that before. So you kind of get this weird feeling that something's not right, and maybe there's some doom ahead for Peter and Marcia, because either they're hiding something, or they, obviously they're probably hiding something. But anyways, so they hop back in the vehicle and they make their way out there. Well, they try to make their way out there. It seems like they're getting lost. It seems like it's very easy to find, but what they're doing is they're kind of going in circles in the woods and whatnot. They get fed up. It's getting really late. So they decide to crash in their vehicle. Anyways, in the morning time, Peter's basically says, fuck it, he's setting up camp right there. It's just on the hill where the beach is and stuff. And so they set up camp there, and, they start doing their thing. But you learn very quick in this film that Peter and Marcia are they're kind of ignorant assholes. They're kind of, they're not good people. The things that they're doing when they're camping, some people when they're camping just kind of take for granted that they're not really bad things for the environment and nature and stuff. They're minorly littering at first, cigarette butts here and there. Peter's cutting down a tree, shooting his guns around, but then, it kind of escalates. She starts spraying, ant killer poison around and stuff, and there's a scene where, he's drinking beer on the beach, and he throws his beer bottle in the water and shoots it with his gun, and, just certain things like that. They're just, polluting the area, just being scumbag people. So, and then that kind of goes on for a while, and then, as the movie progresses, you start to learn things about Peter and Marcia and why their relationship is in shambles, and, certain things, and, they're basically, instead of, kind of rekindling things, are kind of, growing even further apart during the film, because all they're doing is just fighting about certain things, and, and as a viewer, you get to really, kind of witness this and go, yeah, I don't really like these people a whole lot. So about halfway through not even halfway through the film, maybe at the end of the first act, there's a scene where Peter is, he's out in the water, he's surfing and whatnot, and Marcia, she sees something in the water, and, he fucking jumps out of there, and jumps back on the beach, and he grabs his gun and starts shooting in the water just like a fucking, an angry asshole. Anyways, he ends up killing this dugong, and basically what that is, it's kind of like a sea cow. It kind of looks like a sea lion, like a really weird sea lion mixed fucking whale or some shit like that. I think they're more popular around that area in the world. Anyways, he ends up shooting and killing this thing. And that kind of triggers, some certain things that, start happening to them, he ends up getting attacked by like an eagle. He gets attacked by like this possum, and then like just all this crazy shit starts happening to them and stuff. And they continue to fight. She's fucking had enough, and now they want out of there. He does agree to leave after a few of these things start happening and stuff. And so they go to bed one night. He wakes up and he's telling her, he's like, we can leave later in the afternoon and stuff, because he is a little scared too. And I'll just leave the plot right there. Kind of getting a little far into it, but yeah. So my thoughts on this one. I think this movie is absolutely fucking brilliant. Right from the start, I love the fact that there's no beating around the bush in this film at all. No pun intended. But I love the fact that you learn right away that they're having serious ass problems, and I love the way they kind of give you the information about why they're having these marital problems throughout the film. You start to learn more things about them, which is kind of cool, because it really does. It gets you really involved in the characters and stuff. The other thing I love about this film is the symbolism. Everything that they're doing in the wild, in this beautiful setting, they're just polluting this area with cigarette butts, and they're fucking just being asshole, ignorant fucking human beings and stuff. But all that symbolism, or all that, what they're doing, it just kind of relates to the end of the film. The symbolism is really, really thick in this film. It's great. The setting in the film is so natural. It's so fucking beautiful. It's very eerie. The atmosphere is awesome. There's so much good atmosphere at nighttime, and really, really kind of minorly creepy moments and stuff. But if you put yourself in their position where they're camping, they're out there alone, and having all those certain type of elements and stuff, it really does kind of get you a little bit. And but yeah, you can't help deny the symbolism in this film, and it's really what it's all about. It's about humans and nature fighting back, and and it's about them and their struggles, and everything does come together. I think it's brilliant, very, very well executed. I mentioned earlier that we shot this dugong, and after him and the wife were having some serious issues and stuff, there's actually a point where, actually I won't even say that, but the dugong that he shoots and kills actually washes up on the shore the next day. Well, as the movie progresses, the dugong kind of keeps moving closer and closer to him on the shore, and now it's symbolizing something. I can't really say what it is, because I don't want to ruin anything, but as certain things happen in the film to him, this thing keeps getting closer and closer, and he keeps fucking freaking out. He keeps shooting it, even though it's like rotten. The crabs have been picking at this thing, and it's getting closer and closer to him and stuff. Fantastic. Now, the whole end of the movie, everything does come together, and after the movie ends, you kind of start thinking about certain things that they did and how it came back to maybe haunt them, or whatever happened in the end. I can't give it away, but I think it's executed fucking brilliantly. I don't think I would change anything about this film. It just works so well. Everything about this works so well. Maybe I'll just leave it right there. Now, if I had to rate this film, I would probably give it about a 9.5 out of 10. I think it's that good. I think it's a film that everybody, actually needs to see. It's just, it's brilliant. It's really, really brilliant. It's not just a horror film. It actually kind of gets you thinking, and it's so much more than a horror film. It's so much, to do with humanity and nature, and just humans in general. And I really, really like that about this film. I think it's kind of underrated, man. I know a lot of people have seen this film, but it doesn't get talked about as one of the, the better and, great horror films of its time, and, of all time. So, this one has won independent awards and stuff, which totally fucking understandable. Totally understandable. Yeah. Touching, I don't want to say anything wrong about the ending, but it's just very mind fucking a little bit, because the way it ends is probably a way you probably wouldn't think it would be, the way it would happen. I think that's very interesting. Now, I'm not sure if the director did that to kind of fuck with you a little bit, or just kind of get you thinking, kind of relate everything that happened earlier in the film to the very end and whatnot. But maybe I'm looking too much into it, but I know that there's a symbol there that maybe I just can't figure it out, or maybe it's just something that you just kind of, just kind of throw your own intuition into it. I don't know. But I really don't want to say anything else about it. It's a fantastic fucking movie. Everybody should run out and grab this edition, especially by Synapse Films. Great transfer. Anamorphic widescreens, fucking beautiful. Looks great. Sounds great. And I think you can still get this one for relatively cheap prices. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, 1978. This movie runs about 95 minutes. Oh yeah, the interesting thing. This one's directed by, I think, Colin Eggleston. Now, I was looking up his filmography. He really didn't do a whole lot of films after this at all. He only directed a few more after this, but he didn't really direct anything that was, noteworthy and stuff. So this one's definitely, a gem. Like, he in my opinion, it's almost a classic, perfect film. But he didn't really do anything else after. I think that's kind of fascinating. But yeah, I think I'm rambling on. Long weekend. Definitely check this out, man. It's fucking phenomenal. I think I've covered everything in this that I wanted to cover without giving anything away. So, but yeah, guys, that's going to do it for day 4. The first film this week I've actually seen before. I don't know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, but I hope you come back and check out the reviews and stuff. I'm having a lot of fun with this week. I was trying to really kind of mix it up with some very, very unknown films, and a couple that people have actually heard of and stuff. So if you guys are enjoying it, leave comments down below and stuff. I'll try to get back to you as fast as I can. But yeah, it's going to do it for day 4. I will check you guys tomorrow on Friday for day 5. Moodz 616. Peace out.